My name is Dvarri and I'm documenting my road to fame. Today I'm gonna give you all the reasons why I'll never join an influencer house. Ever. They're all a disaster. Content houses could literally be a reality TV show of the drama alone. I will never join a content house, an influencer house, be a part of a squad where we post content together, because think about it, they all end in disaster. Literally every single one of them. You have the sister squad, gone. The hype house, I think it exists, but basically gone. David Dobrik's content group, pretty much dead. And besides, why do I need a group when you guys are supposed to be here for me? You know what I'm saying? Today we're gonna go over all the content houses, or some of the content houses, and see why all of them ended in disaster, and why being in business with other influencers is a plan to fail. People forget, when you become famous, it's no longer just, oh, we're posting videos for fun. You become a business. And people don't think that way, and they need to, because that's literally what happens. Now imagine if you took a bunch of businesses and put them in a house to collaborate with each other every single day. Tensions rise super quickly. You can't put a bunch of businesses in one little house and tell them, figure it out, make content together, because they're going to start fighting each other. And that's what happens every single time. Which leads me to my next point. Everyone has their own business. Your own account, your own face is a business. But only a few people prosper. Now that's the trick. You have the Charli D'Amelios, you have the Jake Pauls, you have the David Dobriks, where they're obviously the head of the content house as far as like popularity. And you have people in the house wanting to reach for that popularity, wanting to leech off of it, or even worse, praying for their downfall. Now that's probably the biggest part of why there's so much drama in content houses, is that people get jealous. If I have a business that only has 1,000 followers and then there's someone else in the house that has 100 million, I feel like it would be a little easy to get jealous, right? Like, I'm watching you reap all the benefits of this house and I'm not getting those same benefits as you are. I hate you and I want you to suffer. There's so much jealousy. There's so much jealousy inside of these houses because they want to be the head honcho of the house. They want to be the person with the most followers. They want to be the biggest business, because that's what it is. That's what influencing is. That's what being famous is. And do you know what jealousy breeds? Jealousy breeds betrayal. Text leaking comes in. That's where the exposed videos come out. They exposed you and they exposed the house to reap the benefits, right? If I make an exposed video of Jake Paul, or exposed video of Jeffree Star, or exposed video of James Charles, it's going to get a lot of traction, it's going to get a lot of clicks. It's really a very cutthroat place, being in a content house. And why would I join a house where there's a possibility that I don't succeed? You all should be here for me. You should be here for me. You shouldn't be here for anyone else. The infamous hype house. The reason why the hype house went so bad so quick was it's a bunch of kids that got too famous too quickly and didn't know how to manage it. Honestly, I think the hype house could have been a strong content house had it had better organization. And you know, they're all kids. If you really think about it, Charli D'Amelio really started blowing up when she was like, what? 17? Like, she wasn't even 18. I remember it being like a thing. Oh, she's not even 18 or something like that. Or maybe I'm tripping. Imagine being a child and blowing up and having hundreds of thousands of followers and putting them all in a house, right? Like, yes, it's short-term fun. Oh my gosh, we're all in LA. Like, this is so much fun. That energy is fun in the short term, but like I said at the beginning of the video, it's a business. And they start to quickly realize that as they're in the house and as they're maneuvering through LA, and how cutthroat LA can be when it comes to having social status. First, you have a few standouts. You have the Addison, you have the Charli D'Amelio. You have a few standouts in the house that ended up making a name for themselves outside of it, but that's not everyone. And there were a lot of people in that house. Actually, let me see. How many people are in the hype house? I guarantee the number is gonna shock you. How many people? The hype house is about 20 to 21 members. Do you guys understand how big of a house that is? 20 people were in the hype house, and I can only tell you 3 people. It only benefits a small group of the house. Not everyone can be Charli D'Amelio. On top of that, the hype house, they all dated each other. Charli D'Amelio dated Lil Huddy. Avani dated that boy. What's his name? I'm sorry, that wasn't supposed to be rude. I'll put a picture up. I can't remember the other relationships. Addison Ray dated that other boy. Oh my gosh, what's his name? They all dated each other. And you know what happens when you date your coworkers? Because that's what they are. They effectively all were coworkers. You know what happens when you date your coworker and you break up? You create a toxic work environment, an uncomfortable work environment. Now you have a bunch of employees in your house that are supposed to be shooting content together, breaking up and hating each other and not wanting to shoot content. I do want to bring up David Dobrik. Now, even though he didn't have a traditional content house, it acted very similarly to one. Everyone was around David Dobrik just itching to be in a vlog. They'd get followers, they'd get comments, they'd get subscribers. They would grow just by being a part of David Dobrik by association. But the issue is, they put all their eggs in one basket. If I can stay around David Dobrik and be in all of his vlogs, I'm good. I'll be set for life. People started to realize that David Dobrik had too much power. It became this weird, scary power dynamic of David Dobrik has the camera and you're all his monkeys. Like you're all like, jump monkey, flip monkey, do a cartwheel monkey. And he's pointing at people, do something crazy. Do something crazy for me. And they do it because they want the followers, they want the money, they want the brand deals. And that's why it didn't work out. David Dobrik had all the power, 100% of the power. A lot of people around David Dobrik, they needed him to do well. And if David Dobrik chose to cut them out of the profits and cut them out of the video, that's directly hurting their pocket. I don't know, maybe if all the money started rushing in by being in one of his vlogs, my mind would change. And maybe it would, but I just can't imagine wanting to fight to get a new car. Oh, I need to be in David Dobrik's new vlog because he might get me a car. I'm gonna take my camera, go home, and film my own video for my 950 subscribers. We're at 950. I'm gonna be famous and I don't need anyone else or a squad to do it. Now, if we're talking about drama and, you know, some really toxic, crazy things, this house has probably all of it. I don't know much about the Team 10 house. I never watched them. If what was going on behind closed doors was that crazy, you needed an NDA, I think it was a little bit too extreme for a bunch of kids with fame. And now they're spending it and blowing it on houses and blowing it on pranks and videos. And how far will you go for clout? The Team 10 house probably went that far. Like, literally. O2L. Why did O2L fail? They're another group that I would consider a content house, and honestly, they had a good rhythm. Every single boy had a video a week, so like Monday would be like Ricky Dillon, I think was one of their names. Another day would be Connor Franta, whatever. Out of all the content houses, I think they had a really good routine set up. I don't actually think I have a problem with them or a reason why they failed. If anything, I feel like those boys outgrew each other. I mean, maybe it was big drama, but they didn't make it public. They didn't make it that big of a deal. I guess I don't have much to say about O2L. I think they all just kind of branched off and did their own things. It was just like a part of their lives. They probably were the healthiest, like content house friend group that I talked about in this entire video. I think they had a good rhythm, and I think eventually they just started separating. But I felt like it ended amicably. Let's all clap. Everyone clap for O2L for being the healthiest friend group in this entire video. Filming this video only reminded me that maybe I don't want fame that bad. If someone looked at me in the eye and said, you can be famous if you join this hype house, I'm not joining. I'm not gonna be famous. Because ultimately, you guys, if you aren't watching me for me, what was it all for? Like, I can't imagine posting a video and you guys all being like, gosh, it's the other person. No, that's outrageous. That's rude. That's like going to my house and then being like, oh my gosh, I'm here for your brother or your, I don't have a brother, but I'm here for your sister. No, you're not. You're at my house. You're here for me. I may know a lot of drama, but I don't like being in drama. I don't like being involved. I like listening. I don't want to be in someone's exposed video 10 years down the line. That's a PR crisis, a PR nightmare, let alone a just personal life nightmare. I don't even want that. Keep me out of it. I want to be my own thing. I want to just exist in a little pocket of YouTube or Instagram or wherever, or both, where I can exist freely by myself. Cameos, I'll do a cameo. Like if someone was like, oh, let's do a video together, I'll do a collab. If someone wanted to pop in my video, I'll do a cameo. Like that's all fine to me, but don't ever think that we're gonna be working together long term because I'm not interested. Okay, I'm not interested. Unless we're going in, no, I'm just not interested. And let me be very clear, you guys, I could 100% be a social climber if I wanted to. I don't want to social climb because if I have to social climb, that means I wasn't good enough to produce my own content that was good enough for people to watch. I'm gonna be famous and we all know it. So let's stop pretending. And until episode 4, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.